sunflower-lined roads and mountains. This is northern New Mexico. Oops. Hi, welcome back to Dancing with Bears. I have been out here this morning working at the property. Clovis has been driving me crazy. He's real hyper, have to throw the ball to him, and then when my back's turned for very long, he digs a hole. And he was messing up one of the holes that I'd already been digging on. So he's driving me nuts. I had to tie him back down by the truck. So, other than that, I'm just taking a break in Mom's chair. And things are coming along. Oh, it was sweet yesterday. I was laying on the ground with my arm in a hole, trying to get the dirt out of the hole with my tin can. And I guess it was a truck, I don't know, there was a truck that went by. And it had kind of stopped, and it slowed down and kind of stopped, and then it kind of was backing up. And I thought it might be the realtor that's going to list my land. And so I got up because I got excited about it, and they yelled, "Are you okay?" Because they'd seen me laying on the ground. So that was very sweet. I said, "Oh yes, thanks for checking on me," because I could have just been passed out. But it's okay. So yeah, I get to sit in the chair, and then I don't want to get back to work. I just want to sit on the property. But I will. I'll get back to work. I'm getting a little spot for my root cellar that'll have a trap door. And keep on digging the holes. So I guess I can't do much until payday anyway. But hopefully everything will be wrapped up, ready to really start rolling by then. So that's in about 10 days. This month has had an extra week in it, and that's kind of hard on people that only get paid once a month. But anyway, so I hope everybody's enjoying their day, and keep watching. I'll keep on doing the same old stuff for a while, but it'll get interesting before too long. Okay, I know I'm supposed to be digging holes. Holes. But little side project. This is where my root cellar is going to be, underneath the house. So this post here that I put in 3 years ago, when I leveled it to the ground up there, when I put a level across, I put a board here, put a level across, so that was level. If I dug the ground down in a little bit. So anyway, so I have to bring it up higher. But anyway, this post is about 4 feet high. So that's what the size of my root cellar is going to be. So I'm going to bring over some skids that are 4 feet and nail them, make a square here. I have to dig out that side of the ground to get it down so that it'll be 4 feet down. And then I'm going to pour cement in the inside of the skids, or the pallets. Of course, I'll close the holes up with cardboard or some kind of wood, just so it makes a form, and pour cement inside of those for the walls and the floor. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of dig a little flat area down all through here, just because the root cellar is only going to go over to here, to there, and then there's going to be a trash can that's sitting down inside of it, with a little bit of room left. Yeah, the trash can. Oops. Oh, goodness. The trash can will be sitting down in there. And that's got like rice and beans and lentils and dried peas and all that kind of stuff in it. And it'll be about there. And then there's going to be that much more space in the root cellar that I'll have a trap door in the floor upstairs. But anyway, there will be that much space to sit tools. Just put some tools down in there. So that's the plan on that. And then I'll keep on digging my other holes, trying to get them down to 3 feet. Dig, dig, dig. Dig, 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 dig. And thanks, Kurt, for your advice on some of it. I had wondered on my cardboard tubes, which some of them, my God, he tried to sell me a $25 cardboard. I think it was only 4-foot tube. That's crazy. But the one that I bought years ago, and I don't know where I bought it, that's this 9. It's only a 9-inch. Oh, it's only 8-inch actually. So anyway, it's a real long one. So I'm going to just cut it into sections. And like Kurt mentioned, I can just pour, because I kept thinking, well, why do you need to go all the way down? So anyway, basically in the hole, I'll just be pouring. It'll be all one piece of concrete though. I won't break it up. So I'll put the concrete, mix it by hand, put it in the hole, I don't know, up a couple feet, and then put my cardboard tube on top of it, or shake it down into it a little bit, and then bring it up to the ground level. Would be another foot and probably a foot out of the ground. And then my thought was, even on the cardboard tubes, that I would, well, my posts are going to be inside the house, so the walls are going to be around the tubes anyway, so you're not really going to see them. But I had thought about building a stone wall kind of around them anyway, so we'll see how all that goes. So just out here working today, aren't we, Clovis? Where'd your ball go? Clovis has been constantly dropping his ball by me so that I'll toss it for him while I'm digging. He's full of, what do you call it? Anyway, you're super hyper today and you just will not settle down. So there you go. I gotta do that all day while I'm digging holes. Having fun. Where's Mom? Let's see. Hi, Mom. She's over there watching. I might sit there just for a second and have a drink of that tea. And I asked a friend in the canyon about cutting off all these little dead limbs on the trees. Mountain Mama's brother cut all hers off, and she's got a real nice, clean looking forest. But, you know, he said, you know, just leave things wild, and I agree with him. And I kind of like it, because if anybody's messing around the cabin or shed or whatever at night, they'll get poked with all those things. You gotta walk gently on my property. There's a lot of booby traps. Hi, Mom. Thanks for your support today. It means the world to me. I've been watching you while I'm working. I'm getting a good day. It's a good day of working. I got some classics today when I went to the library to put my videos online on YouTube. So, I got Tom Sawyer. I think I read it years ago, but I feel like I need to read it again. Prime and Prejudice and Emerson's essays. And then I thought, when am I going to have time to do that? I really need to work on my holes. But it is a weekend, and if the neighbor shows up this weekend, as he always does with his dogs, then Clovis and I are kind of prisoners in the cabin, and I'll be able to read. I met a kindred spirit in the library today. So my kindred spirit today, she got out of that truck and went into the library a little bit before I did. And when I went in, I sat down at a computer, and she was sitting at a table close to it with her iPod or iPad. Yeah, whatever, her own computer. And we were working, and then, I don't know, she said, oh, it's not working well, it's working slow or whatever. And so we talked some, and I don't know, it was kind of weird. I don't know how it got around to the subject, but she was from Boulder, Colorado, and of course where I am is northern New Mexico. And she brought up the fact that she had had something at the hospital, and her daughter came in and said, oh, she told me she was 73 years old. And I said, oh, good, I'm 72. And then she said that, you know, something had happened, and her daughter came in and said, okay, we're going straight to, you know, a senior home somewhere, you know, signing you up. And she's like, no, we're not. So she's just running around in her truck in northern New Mexico now. So yeah, it's hard when you get older and your kids don't really. I remember having that adjustment with my parents. You don't really know when it is right to put them away or whatever. But then you find out that, you know, like when they fall and stuff and go to a nursing home, or not a nursing home, but a rehab center, and they go through some tests, and, you know, to make sure that they're still able to live alone. And so they're very lenient about letting older people live alone for a long time. So we're not quite at that point. So anyway, it was fun to meet her. She was a little petite lady with a gathered skirt and a pretty blouse. And evidently she had some sort of online business she was doing, having classes that she made $1,000 a month. So I need to get that figured out. I could use that. So anyway, I never did catch her name, but she was a nice lady. See, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, I got to read my story from Emerson concerning my neighbor, because if he does not get off my back, I'm going to have to build over there where he doesn't want me to build. But I told him in the beginning, I don't, you know, I got to do what I got to do. And if he causes me trouble, I'm just going to have to end up getting a permit and building a real house over there. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to read some of Emerson. I was going to wait until tonight when the tree light was on, but I think I'll read it now, because I used to like to read by the fireplace. I used to like to read my stories. But I think I'm going to go ahead and read it. And then Clovis and I are going to run down to the neighbors. He's putting a roof on his building, and on one of his buildings. So a lot of times you'll buy extra lumber when you're doing that and then not use them all. So he had bought, I think they were 2x8 or 2x10 by 16s for a roof that he was going to do. And I need 3 2x16 or they can either be 8 or 10 by 16s. I need 3 of them, and they're so long. I mean, he had a long trailer that he brought his home on. So if he's got 3 extra, if he's already got his roof on by now, I'm going to see if I can buy his 3 extra ones. And if he doesn't, I'll think of something else. But stay tuned. We'll be closing. What I must do is all that concerns me, not what people think. It is harder because you will always find those who think they know what is your duty better than you know it. It is easy in the world to live after the world's opinion. It is easy in solitude to live after our own. But the great man is he who, in the midst of the crowd, keeps with perfect sweetness the independence of solitude. That was his quote. And I wrote, Amen. At first I thought, well, today is much worse than 1841. Then I remembered how prim and proper the old days were. Seems since the beginning of mankind, we have always been screwed. Oops. I am also reading Tom Sawyer, 1876. And both books I found interesting. They spelled today, T-O-D-A-Y, and same about tomorrow, T-O-M-O-R-R-O-W. I love it. I pray my neighbor, not the kind one who is quiet and lets me stay in his cabin, but a different one who fills everyone as his concern. I pray he gets off my case. If not, I will be forced to build on the precious corner I own, but where he said that I'm not allowed to build. My life has become full of challenges, but God has my back and knows stretching my body and mind to their fullest is good for me. I do have to pray I will get to rest in peace. By next year, though, rocking in my mother's chair with a warm view of mountain nature out my picture window. So that's what I wrote a few days ago, and I post my writings usually on Facebook, and I've got them in a book. I'm going to send them to a publisher at some point. Try to get my daily activities of off-grid living get a book. So got to keep my fingers crossed on that. And my palms have been itching, so I'm hoping some money's coming in, maybe from the land that's up for sale. So please put some prayers out for that, because I really need the money to get that building going. And I'm going to finish up a little bit, getting some dirt out of holes, and then closing this video. But I won't be able to post it until payday, which is about a week away. I don't have enough gas money to run into 10 miles to go to the library. But we'll get it out there soon. Hope everybody enjoys their day, and I'll wrap this up soon. So keep watching. I'm back. So that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm trying to keep them short and try to get more of them out there so I can reach more people. And hopefully I'm going to get a phone next week when I get paid so I can communicate more. Although I've left my computer back at the Mesa, and I've gone to the library to post my YouTube videos. And it goes a lot quicker. With my computer, it was going slow, and I had to spin and mess around. And anyway, it goes a lot quicker just to go to the library. So I'll probably just be going to the library to do them. And anyway, so there's the Clovis boy. Hi, baby. Are you going to tell everybody goodbye, huh? Are you going to be a good boy? Do I get a kiss? No kisses? Do I get a kiss? No? Well, you little brat. You are so obstinate. Okay, I didn't want to kiss anyway. Okay, none for you. Well, anyway, we love you. And we hope you like and share and comment. He's all happy now that I'm not forcing him to give me a kiss. So anyway, we love you guys. Don't forget that. And we'll see you again in a few days.